Hello, welcome to SoGoodReviews.com, the YouTube edition, and we take a look at I Corrupt All Cops from 2009 and written and directed by Wong Jing. And ICAC in that movie title, that also stands for the Independent Commission Against Corruption, which was established in 1974 under British rule of Hong Kong as a way of cleaning up corruption, among other things, in the police department. And this is the subject that Wong Jing's movie covers. And Wong Jing is really no longer the king of formula as he was in the 80s and 90s. There's occasional flashes of a Wong Jing in new millennium that I personally like. It's not necessarily the shameless low Wong Jing that ruled commercial Hong Kong cinema, but a filmmaking one that had tackled tired genres that often featured triad or cops, but with skill occasionally. Problem is though that this is no way a high level of competence as a filmmaker, merely decent. And it seems though with I Corrupt All Cops that Wong Jing is going for a little bit more importance, but again, there's no competence to do so, to elevate himself to that level. In fact, this movie isn't even at a decent level, it's a big failure. He takes the route of attempting to portray the era of the 60s and 70s with violence, darkness and emotions and attempted depth, and even being a veteran filmmaker that he is, we can safely say that he's not able to head such a large-scale story such as this, even though he might think so. And the material is obviously rife with opportunities, because every time you choose to venture into it, there's a lot of things that you can cover. You have a turbulent time with bribery, corruption, and this corporation, this sync with the criminal world was a matter of fact at this time, and that is fascinating on paper. It was the way of life the gear most were forced into and even wanted to be into, and this is especially evident in the case of Anthony Wong's character Unicorn. Even the most dark train of thoughts that is actually mentioned via Tony Leung's luck is that the world is controlled, maintained thanks to this very violent system, and that is a poignant thought, a kind of scary poignant thought, but not in the hands of Wong Jing, who manages to come out of the gate with a very competent production. I have to hand him that. The period detail is suitably offhand and not shoved in your face, but he is heading a story, and he manages to sink this story into a flat division that is downright embarrassing even. You experience a whole repertoire of expected beats and emotion that emerges out of the script and via the key characters, but there's barely anything happening on screen. And not even veterans like Leung Ka-Fai or Anthony Wong could add color, save for one brilliant scene of Anthony Wong's character, a kind of quirky excellence, I call it. You'll have to experience it for yourself. And I guess what it takes to make a movie in the ICAC genre, if you will, because the director David Lam made two movies along these lines, A Powerful Four and First Shot, and what it takes to make this genre explode is, I guess, action tactics, or simply competence behind the lens. And Wong Jing will forever be a king of formula, and we don't want to see him embarrass himself by acting more important than he is or ever will be. But unfortunately, he did that with I Corrupt All Cops.